previously.
Oh, they're doing the previously thing, telling us some information what happened in the last episode for those catching up?
We're back for another episode of COVID Caddy. Obviously since doing the clutch and the mechanical maintenance. You can see that the van still doesn't have a front on it. That's because we're getting ready to do some facelift work on the van. We're going to take it from being a 2005 to 2008 van, right up to being 2017 to 2020. We're going to be doing some modifications today to get the new front end to fit. Okay, so see, not quite right. Also, the extra length and depth of this unit here means that the headlights won't slot in correctly. This is what it looks like when the new guard is pretty much mounted on. This one has new bracketry here, mounted here, mounted inside the guard as well. So the gap is pretty good, I'm pretty happy with that. The new window style is there as well, they bolt straight in. I was a bit worried they might not fit. Thankfully, you can get them nice and easy, nice and cheap as well. Here we are. Shows you just how chonky this one is compared to the new one. Quite a drastic difference in terms of offset. Now I simply need to free the new bracket of its chassis rail and we're golden. Here's a good illustration of the old and the new. I know the paint match is not 100%, but it's better than black. You can see the difference in both the length and the depth of it. I'm just going to jig it all up, get it in, clamp it in, and zzz. It's quite easy from here. I just zap, 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 zap. Got it all nicely lined up. Gaps are good. Headlight fits. Last piece of the puzzle is this little headlight bracket. Sits on top of this, welds up under the chassis rail here. Here we are, all bolted up. I'm still waiting on the lower guard bracket to come from overseas, but you can see top piece is welded in. See it, but there's a lower headlight bracket down there fitted there. Looks like a real Caddy.
Do it again, 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 do it again.
Bracketry is cut out. I'm waiting new pieces, so I figured I'd better get everything all together. I have to store the bumper on the car because I don't have any room for it anywhere else at the moment. So I figured put the other headlight in. Everything all works, thankfully. My little xenon conversion also works, which is good. Once we get the rest of the bracketry, then we're golden. Very good. It would appear it's zap, zap, zap o'clock. So here we are, front end's all pretty much together now. I'm waiting on the correct bonnet hinges. I'm in an express post bag at the moment because the spacing for the 2 bolts that go on the underside of the bonnet and the height adjustment is slightly different. Just as I've wrapped up filming, literally 10 seconds later my Facelift bonnet hinges have arrived in the priority postage box, so I'll be able to sort all this out. Alrighty, so I figure I might as well show you the new hinges that have arrived. So as you can see, with the old hinges, the bonnet doesn't quite line up, the spacing is different. The other thing is, the new hinge houses corresponding ball socket to go with the gas strut, so I don't have to continue to use a broom to hold the bonnet up. Last lot of bracketry has arrived from overseas. Headlight rear bracket, as well as the factory weld-on brackets for the top of the guards to bring the guard gap in correctly at the top. The factory know best. Their bracketry clears everything, all of the components of the hinges as well as the gas strut. Unfortunately, there's not really a lot of alternatives. Everything has to come apart for some final adjustments for the second last time. Last time being finally when it goes for paint. That'll be it. Okay, we're doing guard brackets finally. As you can see, I've got one in place. I've got a second one ready to go. I took a whole bunch of measurements off a car that had the front guards off of it. I am temporarily tech screwing them together. I will then mount the guard up, make sure the reference to the headlight is happy. Got to make sure everything is all sorted before I go and fill the holes I've drilled with some weld. Okay, all in place for the moment for some test fitting. Let's go for it. You'll notice the back of the van has had the appropriate work done to match the front. Remarkable tail lights, the 1980s spec wiper arm to a much modern P6 style, all crazy details. To complete the modernisation of the outside of the vehicle, I've chosen to upgrade the 15-inch Steelies to 17-inch Mercedes Vito ones. A much more aggressive offset, as well as obviously large diameter. Now the exterior facelift is complete. I'm going to go home, get a really good wash. It's well overdue for it, and we'll see you next episode for the next round of things planned.